So, a very common question that's asked of me is, Bill, how long should I wait before checking back with an employer? I thought the interview went really well. Or, Bill, I've sent out dozens of resumes and I don't get any response at all. Nothing. What am I doing wrong? So, if you're feeling ghosted, this video is for you because in this video, I'm going to talk about getting ghosted and what you can do about it. So first off, let's talk about some very unflattering statistics. According to Career Builder, according to Top Resume, and I've seen this in other studies as well, up to 60% of candidates who actually interview with a live person will never hear anything back after the interview. I mean, to me, that's incredible because I know that when I would interview somebody, if they were not selected, I would send them an email or I would call them or send them a letter or something like that. But I guess I was in the minority because they say 60% of individuals will never hear back. It's not very flattering, so it does tell you don't take this personally. What about those resumes, though? You know, the ones that you're sending out and you're not hearing anything. Well, let me share another number with you. I had a client about 2 years ago, and he had actually kept a spreadsheet of this. He sent out 240 resumes in the course of 2 weeks, 120 resumes a week. I mean, this is an incredible amount of resumes. Essentially, what he was doing was a spray and pray approach. And what he found was over 200 companies ghosted him. And what I mean by this is they simply never even acknowledged receiving a resume. Now, this guy did actually land a position. In fact, he actually got 2 offers. But that's a lot of work, and I tell you, if you were sending out 240 resumes and you are not hearing any responses, I think that would really kind of get you down a little bit. I don't believe in the spray and pray approach. I think you have to be a little bit more strategic. In fact, I actually have a video in the upper right-hand corner I'll link to on how you can be more strategic in sending out your resumes. But the bottom line is this, I'm going back to the same thing. Don't take this personally because the numbers are against you. But what about those in-person interviews? How long should you wait before you can reach out to that person? Well, you have to do something first. In just about every interview, there's going to be a question at the end, and that is, so do you have any questions for me? And let me tell you, if you're not asked this question, I would ask it anyway. And the question is this: what is the next steps? What will be your next steps? So let's say, for example, that the person you're interviewing with, the interview is coming up to a closure. They ask you, do you have any questions for me? And you ask, well, yes, can you tell me what the next steps are? And they come back and they say, well, I hope to make a decision by next Tuesday. Well, you know what? Tuesday rolls around. You haven't heard anything. Wednesday, it's perfectly fine to send an email and check in with that individual. Now, if you don't hear anything from that email, wait 1 week and then send another email. This time, provide something of value to that hiring manager. Maybe share a story or an article that you found on the internet or so. Just get back on their radar. Now, if you don't hear anything after that, wait 1 more week and then send a final check-in email. So there's your answer right there. This is what I tell my private clients when I'm working with them. The next day, if you haven't heard anything after the day they said they were going to make a decision, 1 week after that, and then 1 week following after that. If you haven't heard anything after the second week, please just go ahead and move on because you're probably not going to, hear anything from that company. It's just, unfortunately. Now, what about the resumes? Well, Glassdoor, they say 250 resumes are being received for every position that's posted out there. That's an incredible amount of resumes. That means 249 people are likely not going to be selected for that position, and the time element involved in replying to those people is probably just not going to happen. Or if you do hear something, it might be a month and a half, 2 months down the road, you get a rejection letter, that you were not selected for this position for whatever reasons that they have in those, generated rejection letters. But, the position could have been pulled. For budget reasons. I know they pulled a lot of positions, they put a lot of positions on hold during the COVID-19 situation. You simply may not have qualified. Your resume may have gotten caught up in an applicant tracking system. Maybe you didn't use the right keywords. Maybe they hired internally. You just simply don't know what happened. So there's absolutely no reason whatsoever, one, to take this personally, but two, keep in mind that you're not alone in this. It's probably more common than what you even think it is.